can't even talk with this in my mouth. Sorry. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with part 2. If you missed part 1, we discussed Donald Trump, 50 Cent, Kelly Rowland, Caitlyn Jenner. I can't wait to read the comments for that video. But on this video, we got some good topics for y'all too. Please make sure you start this video off by clicking the thumbs up button. If you're watching us for the first time, please make sure that you click that subscribe button and share our videos on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and where else you want to share our videos. Also, if you have not purchased your tickets for the Blackout, please get your tickets via PayPal. You can send your payment of $25 to sweetandgreetc@gmail.com. We are 2 months away from the Blackout, and I can't wait to get to Atlanta. On the day before the Blackout, we will be at Six Flags. We haven't even discussed what time we're going to get there, but I think it's going to be early. Have a little day trip at Six Flags over Georgia. So get your Atlanta travel plans ready. Southwest is always having a sale. But one airline I will not recommend for you guys is that goddamn Spirit and the new one, Frontier. Those are like the mega buses of the sky. Megabus is cool to get around, but they're never on time. And I just don't trust the airline that charge you $20 tickets, and then you get charged for every fucking thing. You get charged for checking in, charged for bringing something on the plane with you, putting it under the plane. Oh, you want something to drink? Oh, that's $5. Like, no, you ain't getting me like that, bitch. That's how they making their money back on you. You won't get
and motherfuckers don't see it. Put me on American Airlines first class with a glass of champagne and some shades. So I can take a nap. But I won't be going on. I will never fly on anything that's $20.
Me neither.
Because that's.
It sounds like a setup.
It sounds like a setup right there. If I'm paying $20 for a plane ticket, I don't want to get there. I don't want to get there. Who do you know is going to pay $20 and think that they're going to get there on time?
And it's going to be somebody like, no, I fly them all the time.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, okay.
And then you all cramped up in there. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, okay. Well, you keep flying them all the time. But I won't. Okay?
Oh, so, damn, I gotta go to these notes. So, there's been hype surrounding the View. Now, something I noticed is that what's her name? It's like the main people are never really there anymore. I don't know what happened to Michelle Collins. I'm hearing rumors that Raven-Symoné might be getting let go at the end of this season.
Okay, go ahead. Because I was getting ready to say, I don't even know why Michelle Collins is even on the show. Because I don't even think she's funny.
Paula Ferris is there, but she have her days. Yeah, it's just
they need somebody to really be like. What's off with this group is that there is no Elizabeth Hasselbeck. I don't care how much she was hated. That woman stood up for herself and stood up what she believed in. Whether we liked it or not, she stood up for herself. And we don't have that. Everybody on The View either agrees with each other, or if they don't agree with each other, Whoopi is usually the last. You know what I mean? But there's nobody challenging them. There's nobody challenging each other. What's her name from Full House? Stephanie.
Candace Cameron.
Yeah, whatever. She's the conservative voice on the show, but yet she's not.
She don't want to be. Nobody wants to be associated with Trump.
Yeah, she don't. She's not. She don't stand up for. She's like whatever they say. Oh, okay. Like, come on. I want what I used to love about the show, and you remember how I used to love it. I used to love it because they would go back and forth. You gotta YouTube some of the old when Joy and Elizabeth, or Elizabeth and Whoopi, or Barbara and Elizabeth, or Barbara and Whoopi. Like they used to go at it. They would go at it. And you would be like, oh my God, this is good TV. And it's in the daytime. It is good. But you don't have that anymore. You don't have that anymore on this show. They need a conservative voice that is not going to bow down to the other people, to the other women on this panel. That's what they need. They need somebody on there that if they support Donald Trump, they're going to get on there and they're going to tell you why they support him. And when Joy or Whoopi says no, then they're going to say, no, don't tell me no. This is why. You know what I mean? That's good TV. I want to see that.
Yeah. But I still want to bring Ann Coulter on it. Like
Ann Coulter or Michelle Malcolm would.
Yes.
Michelle Malcolm.
And I don't like
Her mouth is very flat.
Yeah.
She'll make you want to hate her.
We'll be a puncher right from the side of that shit.
But at the same time, that would get people to watch.
Yeah. I think after this season, after this 20th season, let it go. Let it go. Bring all the girls back. Have them, or if y'all don't want to have a permanent co-host, just maybe have them stay for a month or so. And let it go. It's over with. This show is done. It's done. I don't even watch it anymore. I find myself watching The Real. And I'm going to say this about The Real. I'm trying to be nice about this. I'm going to try to be nice. This is what I'm going to say. I'm really happy for the ladies because they've been doing their thing and they've been nominated for 4 Emmys. But one thing I don't like is that they are so fake when it comes to their guesting on the show. It's too fake. Let it be natural. It's not, it's just be like, everybody's happy and
there's no serious questions.
I mean, if they ask the serious
but
questions,
it's not a serious interview.
Yeah, and they be like, keep it real, keep it like, shut the fuck up with that. Like, let it be fun. Have fun. It's not genuine. It's not genuine with the guests. Because I've been watching them for these past couple mornings because the view is not giving me what I want. You know, but it's kind that part is kind of fake. But I do enjoy their girl talk sessions. Like that's cute. But when it comes to those guests, it's too phony, and they need to fix that. But good luck to them because they're nominated for like 4 Emmy awards. I'm happy for them. But yeah, and Whoopi, if you're gonna leave, just stay one last season and leave. Like let's have a good. I want the view to be good because this is the presidential season. So I need y'all to heat it up.
I got excited when Joy came back.
Yes.
Joy used to always go in.
But Joy don't got nobody to argue with.
She don't got nobody. That's the thing. Joy has no one to go back and forth. If Joy had somebody to go back and forth with her, it would be perfect. Because Joy don't need Whoopi. She'd go back. Well, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I mean? I used to love, like I said, go back on YouTube and pull up some of the old view episodes. And these women would go at it on each other. They would just go at it, but it was good because you heard what one had to say, you heard what the other had to say. You know what I mean? And Elizabeth was all by herself, but she stood up for herself. And that's what I loved about her. She stood up for herself and she didn't back down. Whether you agree with her or not, she just did not back down. And that was good TV. You don't have that anymore on The View. And it's sad because I really used to love the show and now I don't watch it at all.
Yes. So we're going to move on to... How the fuck we need to know that fast? Let's go to Underground. Underground is a show that I watch on WGN. Now I know Mikkel has to work next Wednesday. I know this. But next week is the season finale for Underground. It's been picked up for season 2. Now, for everybody else out there, if you're off on Wednesday or if you gotta work, I want y'all to DVR every last episode from 1 o'clock until 10 p.m. Well, it goes off at 11. So just take all those episodes. And then I want you to binge watch them this weekend. So do this right now. Pull up your DVR. Go to WGN America. And go to Wednesday and DVR all the episodes.
Why are you saying I gotta work? I can do that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I know you're going to be at work, so you can't watch the marathon, so you can watch it that weekend.
Oh, just DVR. Oh,
yeah, from DVR, so you can watch the whole season because it's so good. And like last night, y'all know 2 weeks ago that shit made me cry. But this week I didn't cry, but it was really good because it was so much drama like these because you don't know if they're going to get caught or not. And it's like, you're on the edge of your seat. It's so good that I really wish you watched it so we could just go in about him. But I'm going to make sure he catches up because I would really love to discuss the whole season of Underground with you guys. And I know a lot of people are just now catching on. They be like, oh my God, I missed some episodes. But, oh my God, y'all. Y'all are missing a great show. This is not no average slave shit. We are seeing them trying to escape and not go back. And they're doing whatever the fuck they have to do to survive.
Hey, listen.
Because I would be doing the same thing. And Miss Ernestine, like you told your daughter very well, because she is surviving out there. And they thought she was the weak one. And she out there surviving. So we'll see what happened on the season finale next week. It comes on at 10 o'clock on WGN. Please watch it. I seen Empire 2. I don't know. I think the finale's in 2 weeks. This episode, it was alright. It was like a filler episode. I'm waiting for next week. Beyonce and this Thunderstorm. Y'all know, first of all, Beyonce had a show on Sunday in Atlanta. Everybody was talking about it. I mean, everybody that's a celebrity or a reality TV star in Atlanta was there. Okay, they all were there. And Rashida was so excited to take a picture with Beyonce, she said, Beyonce said no pictures backstage. Now, you know that's a damn... If Beyonce want to take a picture with you, I don't think she had a problem. But maybe she don't want to be associated with Love and Hip Hop.
Well, no, because there is... Well, you know, the video popped up.
Of them?
Of them, Beyonce talking to Candy and Rashida. Now,
But they
Beyonce
not on camera?
But... I don't think it was just towards Rashida. No, I think it was for everyone. But someone was secretly recording on Snapchat. Right. Exactly.
Now, what if she says something?
You see? See, there's Candy, Beyonce, and Rashida right there. And after she said hi to people, she turned around and started talking to them. But I don't think it was any shade towards Rashida and them. I just think, bitch, I don't have makeup on. I just got off the stage, bitch. I don't take no fucking pictures.
She's like, bitch, no. Y'all Love and Hip Hop. I watch y'all.
I watch y'all. And y'all want to social media. And the blogs won't say
yes, okay, I'm going to be on the next episode.
Great PR. Great. I got to tell you that. Great. Great. Good job with that one. Yeah. But, you know.
Yeah.
Listen.
So, I mean, I was really hyped. Because on Sunday, I knew that Atlanta is one of those cities that you need to go to. Mm-hmm. And like I know New York and LA.
And Philly.
Philly. But see, Philly is always treated like a stepchild.
No, we're not.
We are a city that fucking knows how to fucking party.
Yeah, and we party
and we know how to party and we know how to fight. If the city is fucked up, bitch, if the team start fucking up, they're going to go off. And they don't care what you have to say about it. And they will boo, like they just go off. Yeah. And that's just how Philly is. And I mean, and they know. If you don't bring it as an act, singing, then you will get booed too.
You will get booed. Because they walked out on Toni Braxton. And she's a legend. Those people at the death. Why are you doing that? Give me your hat. They walked out. They did though, didn't they?
No, it was good. No, it was late though. It was late, but they were still leaving.
Listen, Toni Braxton walked out on this stage at like 11 o'clock at night. Got on. We already talked about it, but I'm just gonna refresh y'all. Got on the stage. You could barely hear what she was saying. Kevin got on the stage. Everybody could hear what he was saying. Nobody could hear what Toni was saying. And then Toni started blaming her. People not hearing what she was saying on her lupus. And I was like, come on, you can't be using that as an excuse, baby. Stop, come on. People don't want to hear that.
Yeah, because Philly don't play.
Philly don't play. So you know what happened? So many people was walking out of that theater that security and everything was telling people, all right, just move on up. Just move your seats on up. I mean, they were walking out. And they weren't walking out by 2s, they were walking out by 50s and 60s. 50 and 60 people walking.
Don't try Toni like that,
bitch. You gonna sit there and tell me that didn't happen?
We are not gonna discuss that.
But you're not. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying.
Some people were.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say you were lying.
Okay.
I see
these two eyes. One thing about these two eyes, they do not lie. There were people walking out in droves, okay? They were like, bye. I mean, people in my section was like, we can't hear you. Oh, y'all can't hear me? Fuck no, we can't hear you. Then he got on stage, because she called him on stage. Trying to act like she didn't know who he was. Called him on stage, okay? That was the shade of it all. Trying to act like, he said, Toni, you know me. Oh, I do? I know you? Yeah, you know? Yes. Bitch, we were actors.
I was like, Toni. I said, Toni.
You're gonna act like you don't know him.
She said, no, I said, what is your name?
And me and Amber, homie, and I see, bitch, you know him. Oh, act like you don't know him, Toni. And everybody in our section looking at us like, and I'm like, she fucking know him. You act like you don't know him? It reminded me of that episode of Martin, when Martin went on the Bernard Hill show, and Gina them sit up, Bernard, don't play my man. Don't play him.
You won't give him his 5
You won't give him his 5 minutes. Toni, don't act like you don't know him. Oh, bitch.
Oh,
okay.
No, but
you know,
at that time, I was drinking, so she kept asking me to tell them my name.
Yeah, and when you you know me.
Because I wanted Tony to say my name.
But she couldn't say that because she didn't know me. I don't know you.
But I know one thing. I said, F that. Give me that mic, Tony. Come here.
Because
and then I started
say you don't know. Don't ask me what the sister said. But anyway, back to Beyonce.
Yes, that was fun.
Back to Beyonce. Because that's what we were talking about before we got on Tony.
Who?
What Mariah say? Who? Mariah say who in a minute, and I still don't know.
I don't know.
And I still don't know her.
I need my water.
Mariah said that recently, and I still don't know her. Mariah, do you know? And I still don't know her. I still don't know her.
Oh.
After all these years, I still don't know her.
Oh my God. Let me tell y'all. So Beyonce did the Met Gala on Monday. And then Tuesday she had a show in Raleigh, North Carolina. So Beyonce has been having a busy week. She really needed yesterday off, okay? And then she gets another day off because of the Nashville thing. So she got a couple of days off. So she did the show in Raleigh, but before she did the show, it was a big thunderstorm going on and people had to be escorted out. From the story I read.
Well, no.
Or was
Before
it
the show started, the storm was approaching. It had not started.
Okay.
But I guess once her show got started, it started raining, wherever the case may be. And the show, because people were hitting me up. And I'm like, why is all these people hitting me up? What happened? It got started, and within like an hour into the show, they had to stop everything. Mm-hmm. They had to stop everything, and because where they were at, it was an open stadium. So they had to escort everyone inside the stadium across the street to this indoor arena. They waited in that indoor arena for about 45 minutes, trying to figure out what's going on. Because it had gotten so bad that it wasn't just raining, it was lightning and thundering. So it was doing all this, it was doing shows, at a show, it was doing shows. And they didn't pay for that show, they paid for that one up on stage. Don't nobody got time to be getting struck by lightning at some concert. And you thinking somebody got, passed out from seeing Beyonce, but no, they dead. You don't get time for that. Child, I don't have time for that. No. You gonna mess up my experience? Hell no. But anyway, and you gonna mess up my experience and die? You kidding me? But anyway, Beyonce said, no, tell those people don't go no fucking where. When this shit stops, they're gonna come back in here. And so, it all came back in. All 40,000 of them, and she continued to perform. I guess it was still raining. I don't know if it was still raining or if the rain may have slowed down or completely stopped, but whatever the case may be, she continued to, do the show. Apparently, it's been out there that she got fined
$1,000 a minute.
$1,000 a minute, which led to $60,000. Which I can see being true because I remember one year Jay-Z came here for the Powerhouse concert. And Powerhouse, I don't know if any of you are familiar with this. It's like the birthday bash, all that other stuff. And it's always it's like multiple acts. Well, Jay-Z was the headliner that year. So, there's all these acts before him. And he didn't go on stage until like really, really late. Well, towards the end of his set, it wasn't the end, but it was towards the end of the set, all of a sudden, I'm in there. We having a good time in Wells Fargo Arena. All of a sudden, guess what happened?
The lights went out.
The lights came on.
Oh.
Out! They was already out. Because it's a concert. The lights all came on. And everybody's like, whoa. And it wasn't like it was the bright lights. Like, the show's over, bye. And Jay-Z was like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? If y'all was here in Philly music, you know what I'm talking about. Jay-Z said, turn them lights the fuck back off. I got that money to pay to keep these lights off. This, that, and the third. So within about 5 minutes of people talking about what the fuck going on, the lights went back off. We all sitting there like, hey, what's going on? Lights went back off, and Jay-Z kept performing. But these arenas and stadiums are serious. When you book this place for a certain amount of time, you go over that time, you gotta pay. So apparently Beyonce was fined $60,000 for having the arena open longer. Which $60,000
is like 60 cents.
Nothing to Beyonce. So it's like, come on, like, are you serious? Of course she's gonna pay that. She probably would have paid double that if she'd have stayed even longer. But yes. So shout out to Beyonce. I think any other artist would have done that in that particular situation. I can't say any other artist. I think some other artists would have done that.
Yeah, because everybody was making. Because no, it was just making me upset to see that. Yeah, only Beyonce. No, she is not the only one that has performed in the rainstorm.
No, of course not.
Because there's so many artists that do it at amphitheaters and it rains and child, they got a show to do.
And that's the what do you call it? That's the pros and cons of performing in a stadium, outdoor event. It may or may not rain. And a lot of places say the show's going to go on, rain or shine. But the particular thing about Beyonce's show is a lot of her show is her on that long runway stage, which has no covering. So it's like she's going to be out there.
I'm sure it's made to get wet.
No, it's not the stage. It's not the stage that I'm talking about getting wet. I'm saying her as in general. She's out there dancing and doing all this part of the stage that's not covering. So it's like she's out there. And it's like, come on, like after a while, it's like, come on, I gotta stop performing because now I'm in the rain performing. It's starting to get a little too hectic. Me singing, me dancing. I don't want to slip and fall. I don't want my dancers to slip and fall. So we're gonna have to go back in and figure out what's going on. And there was a cute picture that Beyonce's hairstylist posted on his page of her sitting backstage, patiently waiting until the rain stopped, and she had a pouting face. It was cute. If you didn't see it, it's on my Instagram page. You might have to scroll a few stuff down. And she's patiently waiting for the rain to stop. But you know,
that's a cute outfit. I don't want to see no more. I haven't seen like most of it is like but yeah. I'm just happy that Beyonce finished the show and everything. And not only that, Beyonce announced new tour dates today.
And she's coming back to Philly
in September
29th, and I'm gonna go.
And she tried it. What the dates come out on? The tickets gonna sell on Wednesday.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish she would have said, well, the tickets gonna sell like in June or some shit.
Damn, this Formation tour must be really doing well.
Yeah, it's the big. I mean, you see how short this leg is, and then she's taking.
But I'm saying she's coming back here, and I'm thinking like, damn, I would have been fine if she would have came back here and just said, I'm coming back to Philly, but instead of the stadium, I'm gonna do it inside of the Wells Fargo Arena. But no, she's going back to the Lincoln.
That's better.
I'm like, oh my god.
And if the Phillies make it to the playoffs this year, she might have to change that date. So don't get upset.
Well, most likely they're not.
Nah, don't, because they've been doing good. They got rid of all the old players. They got a bunch of new
new roster.
Yeah, new youngins on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. I mean, some of them on that team. Hey, you went too.
No,
it's like asking about that fight or the other side. And you know damn well I would. And you know I'm not gonna say I was in front of them.
I forgot I asked you.
Alistair O-Ring. Woo!
I sure did. And you had no problem saying yes.
Hell no. And then I found this video. Oh my god. I'm gonna show you that video later.
Wait, we don't have no more topics.
Yes, we do.
Oh, which one?
Betty Davis and John Crawford. They're your girls. You talk about that.
Well, I don't know too much about it.
Well, basically, Ryan Murphy has been making a lot of coins, okay, with Glee and American Horror Story.
Wait, pause. I hope this is not a musical.
No.
Oh, good. I'm not here for that.
Well, you can after I finish, you can give them the backstory of
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So he's done, American Horror Story, American Crime Story, which is his latest with O.J. Simpson, and he's doing another American Horror Story with Lady Gaga. But now Ryan Murphy, his series are doing so well, he is doing a new series, and it's called Feud. So on this series, they will be talking about the legendary Hollywood battles between actors and actresses. Well, on this one in particular, they're doing a 8-series episode of the feuds that went on between Betty Davis and Joan Crawford. And I don't really know too much about them, but I do know that they were big at that time, and over time their careers started to dwindle down, and they did a movie together, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. They did that movie to try to resurface their careers, but I don't know if they were successful with that or not. But Mikkel can tell y'all a little bit more about their little backstory, Betty Davis and Joan Crawford.
Well, legendary Hollywood actresses from what we would call the golden age of Hollywood, 30s, 40s, whatever the case may be, 50s, whatever the case may be. Both of them Oscar winners. Their feud started years ago when they were, I think like in their 20s, over which was reported to be over a man that Betty may have been like an actor that she was seeing, and then Joan started messing around with him, but she wanted to make sure that Betty found out about it, and then, but it was this big feud, and at the time they were two of Hollywood's biggest movie stars, not liking each other, and it was no secret in Hollywood that they didn't like each other. But along comes this movie called Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and it's about these two former child stars, and one of them, and they're sisters, and one of them goes on to become a star in the movie business, and the other one doesn't quite make it. Well, the one who doesn't quite make it is jealous, of course, of her sister for making it, and then an accident happens, and the sister that made it becomes paralyzed. So you can kind of figure out what happened. But then the one who is paralyzed she now has to be taken care of by her sister, who does not particularly like her. And of course, who better to play these two roles but Joan Crawford and Betty Davis. The movie is really good. It's a black and white movie from 1962, I think it is. And by this time in 1962, both Joan and Betty are both well into their 50s. They're both into their 50s. And this feud had been going on ever since they were like in their 20s. So this is like a 20-some-odd, 30-some-odd year feud that had been going on. They're both in their 50s, and they agreed to do this film together. And it's a really good film, well acted, or whatever the case may be. Didn't like each other, even making this movie. Couldn't stand each other. There's one scene where Betty Davis in the film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, is kicking her sister around, physically kicking her, whatever the case may be. And Betty said, she enjoyed doing that to Joan Crawford. She said, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed when Joan Crawford was doing her own stunts in certain scenes. She said, I really enjoyed doing this. There was another movie 2 years later called Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte, where the two of them were supposed to reunite again, but somehow, for some reason, Joan Crawford did not fall through, and Betty Davis did it. And Betty Davis, one of her really close friends, I know I'm talking about people that y'all know nothing about, one of her very close friends, Olivia de Havilland, who starred as Melanie in Gone with the Wind, she took over Joan Crawford's role. And by the way, Olivia de Havilland is still living, and she will be 100 years old this July. And she is the only actor from Gone with the Wind that's still living. As you all know, Gone with the Wind is like 76 years old. That came out like 76 years ago. And she's the only actor that's still living from that movie. And she's about to turn 100 years old. But anyway, so she took over that role. Well, now, fast forward to the 1970s. Joan Crawford becomes broke, and, because she's been no longer working in Hollywood anymore, and Hollywood has changed, and she's an aging actress. And she becomes broke, and she's living in this apartment in New York City. And if any of you have seen the film Mommy Dearest starring Faye Dunaway, it's loosely based. Well, I wouldn't say loosely based, but it's from Joan Crawford's adopted daughter's
book, right?
Book written about her mother.
Yeah.
And, Joan Crawford dies, basically broken, penniless. And Betty Davis is known for saying, when she found out that Joan Crawford had died, she was known for saying, Joan Crawford is dead. Well, no. My mother always told me to speak good of the dead. And she went on to say, Joan Crawford is dead. Good.
She really said that?
Well, but I know for a fact, I saw this interview of her on Johnny Carson in the 1980s, right before, I think it was a year before she died. And Johnny Carson asked her the questions was like, who was the person that you least liked working with in Hollywood? And she said, Faye Dunaway. She called Faye Dunaway out, who played Joan Crawford. She said Faye Dunaway was one of the most, she could not stand working with her. She said she was always late. She was unprofessional. She just did not like. Now, nowadays, in today's Hollywood, you couldn't get that from nobody nowadays. They won't really tell you. But Betty Davis was that old broad from the old school that didn't bite her tongue. So when he asked, she blatantly said, Faye Dunaway, I don't like her. She was very unprofessional coming when we did a film together. She would come late, and then she would have all these demands. And you know, when you're working with somebody like Betty Davis, who's this big legend, they're like looking at you like, girl, you trying to get to where I'm at, and you got all these demands. Okay, you better watch it. So yeah, but yeah, I hope this series is good because anybody who's familiar with the feud will find it really interesting. If you're not familiar with either actress or the feud, then you're probably like, okay. So hopefully this series is good enough for those of you that don't know to wing you in, so then you can kind of get a better idea. Yeah. But it really was a real feud, and it really was these two big Hollywood actresses that did not like each other at all. They never liked each other. Never liked each other. And did only one movie together. Interesting thing. Did one movie together. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? Betty Davis was nominated for an Academy Award for that film. Mm-hmm. The following year, the Oscars took place. Betty Davis could not attend. Anne Bancroft won the Oscar for Best Actress, and Anne Bancroft could not attend as well. Well, guess who went out there to accept the award on Anne Bancroft's behalf?
Joan Crawford,
and was very excited that Anne Bancroft won. But yet your co-star, who was nominated for the same film, shady ass. Hollywood back then was way too than it is today. Y'all don't believe me? Look it up. And was very excited that Anne Bancroft won, and was, you know, but yet the woman who you started, who was nominated, didn't win, and you know, but that was how.
Bitch, we gonna start a series with you. We don't need Ryan Murphy. We just got Mikkel right here. He could do his own Hollywood true story.
Yeah.
All right. The Scorpion Show's Hollywood True Story.
Yeah.
With Mikkel McClendon.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And you get a check for that.
I was gonna say
a Trump check.
And I'm going to use any bathroom I want to. You spit that out!
Second floor or the third floor. Anyway,
man or woman, any restroom of
top or
your
bottom.
choice. Top or bottom. I'll pick the middle.
There's no door. We'll make one.
We'll make one.
So listen, we're gonna go. Y'all have a good weekend. To all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
I hope
Senor.
I hope you guys enjoy your special day. And if you have a restrained relationship, what you call it? A strange relationship with your mom, give her a call and say Happy Mother's Day. You never know what may happen. You never know how a simple phone call can change so many things. Mm-hmm. So enjoy the weekend. We will see you guys on Monday night with a new video. Peace. You trapped, baby.